If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today.
800-712-8002. That's 800-712-8002. Paid for by U.S. Med.
Become a TV Confidential confidant and receive unlimited access to the last 5 years of TV Confidential, plus other members-only content. To find out more, go to televisionconfidential.com and click Become a Confidant. Enter the coupon code CONFIDENTIAL when you sign up, and you'll receive $5 off your first month of membership. For more information, go to televisionconfidential.com and click Become a Confidant.
Hi, this is Eileen Graff, and you are listening to TV Confidential.
Ed Robertson with enough time to tell you that Sesame Street 50 Years and Counting is now available both as a 2-disc DVD set and as a digital download from Shout Kids, Sesame Workshop, and our friends at Shout Factory. And speaking of people in the neighborhood, we had a chance to catch up with our friend Bill Funt a few weeks back. Bill was one of the guests who attended the unveiling of the new lobby exhibit at the Hollywood Museum honoring Don Wells and the legacy of Gilligan's Island. Bill Funt.
Hello.
Bill Funt to CandidCamera.com. I still get great feedback from the spot we did.
Oh, people are still checking out the DVDs?
Yeah.
That's great.
And the amazing thing is that we made that thing up out of thin air.
I know. That's pretty cool. Thank you for doing it.
It was a great piece of radio, but it was a great piece.
I'm sure that's brought me and my brother a few lattes in the last few years.
Yes, well, every little bit.
Yes, exactly.
But people don't know this. I mean, well, if they listen to our replay of Kim Johnson, they know this. But for those who haven't listened to that yet, Bill Funt has a small but important role in the history of Gilligan's Island.
Of Gilligan's Island, yes. I
should say unheralded, not always known, but important.
Well, that's because it was a fool's errand was what it was, actually, and Sherwood Schwartz warned me that it was by saying, "You're a brave young man." I had no idea what he meant until back when TV on DVD was a big thing. I was involved in an attempt to get the 3 Gilligan TV movies out as a box set. Sounds simple, right? Well, I ended up making good friends with the Schwartz family and with Don and Dream of Denver and Kim Johnson and impressed my nephews and had a lot of fun. But we were not able to get that set out into the marketplace, unfortunately.
Well, but look, sometimes it takes a while for something to happen, but someone has to take the first step.
Yes. I would frankly be very surprised at this point if it ever happened. I mean, never say never.
Never say never.
But the economics involved in getting those movies out individually or collectively are not conducive to it happening. It's just cost prohibitive right now. There's too many different ownerships and rights and this and that and the other thing, and too many monsters that need to be fed. And we actually got Shout Factory interested at one point, and
that's impressive,
to the point where they were actually going to up the reward. And we even got the various monsters to demand less, but not enough. So we just couldn't make it happen.
Well, you couldn't make it happen now, but as I say, one never knows. And look, we've been talking about this amongst each other. The amazing thing about Gilligan, other than Star Trek, other than Star Trek and Brady Bunch, I cannot think of a show, a franchise that has reinvented itself in more ways than those two shows.
That's right. I sincerely hope that Jerry Van Dyke was okay with doing My Mother the Car as he went to his grave, Actually, I think he did. I was talking about this with someone else we know. I think he actually ultimately did better from doing that because he did coach afterwards which made him more money, and maybe he wouldn't have gotten to do coach if he'd been Gilligan.
And the difference between Coach and Gilligan, and Greg Ehrbar talked about this when he in one of our conversations in our program. Coach, that character on Coach was patterned for Jerry, whereas Jerry was asked to consider a role that was not necessarily written for him, and therefore they didn't understand what made Jerry a unique.
And it's a role I can't see him in to this day, honestly. I really can't. I can't even see his brother Dick in the role. But and actually though, I could see Dick more than Jerry as Gilligan.
Yes, but then again, if it weren't for Bob's performance and his rapport with Alan Hale, we wouldn't be talking about Gilligan's Alan 55 years.
That's certainly true. And have you met or spoken to Samantha Hale, who wanted to be here tonight?
I have not.
She's a stand-up comic, and she just recorded her first album, and I was there, and it was terrific, and she is absolutely keeping the torch burning in the Hale family.
Is she in Los Angeles?
She is, yes. Samantha Hale. You should have her on.
We should have her on, and maybe if we can make that happen, we'll have Bill Funt back on.
I'd love to. It's been a while.
It has been far too long, but it's good to bump into.
Come on only when it's Gilligan related or someone died.
Or I need to run a rerun.
Or right, exactly. But however long it's been, it's the show and you have been in my heart, and as it shall remain.
And you look great as always. You are gracious as always, and thank you, Bill Funt.
Thank you, Ed.
The lobby exhibit honoring Don Wells and the legacy of Gilligan's Island is now on display at the Hollywood Museum. For more information, thehollywoodmuseum.com. A reminder that Paul Lynde, a biography, his life, his loves, and his laughter is available in paperback and as an ebook through Bear Manor Media. You can also find Paul Lynde, a biography, at Amazon.com, wherever books are sold online. Also a reminder that James Moses Black can be seen opposite Naomi Harris and Frank Grillo in the Screen Gems crime thriller Black and Blue. Black and Blue now playing in theaters everywhere. That'll do it for our program this week, folks. Ed Robertson, Rafa Tony Figueroa, Donna Allen, Phil Grace, Greg Ehrbar, and our producer Chris Corman. Thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you next time on TV Confidential.